Legion Tactical Cutlery.
Hold the line!
Hey everyone, how you guys doing? Grug's here, Legion Tactical Cutlery. Welcome back, troops, legionnaires, and any new recruits. It's been a while. Glad you guys are here. I'm ready to get back into it. Man, it's been hot down in Florida, and I got to watch my health, man, with this heat. So it's a pretty cool day right now. I'm going to get to testing, and we're going to be putting to test the Sitivien ST30 Harpoon knife in Sleipner steel. I'm digging this knife. It's stout, but small enough, I think, to take on a hike and a carry. So let's test it out and see what it's all about. What's everybody carrying today? Once again, I've got my 704 Wildcat in D2 steel. Going to be testing this out soon. Stay tuned. Veterans active military. This is a nice stout blade to take out into the field. We're going to be putting this to the test, man. Thinking of you guys, just want to say thank you very much for your service. Always appreciate you all. Enjoy the video. Quick specs, let's get this done. Overall length, 11.65 inch. Blade length, 6.3 inch. Blade steel, Sleipner steel. Blade hardness, 60 to 62 HRC. Blade thickness, 7 millimeters. Blade width, 1.97 inch. Handle length, 5.35 inch. Handle material, Micarta. And it does come in a natural and a green. Handle thickness, 0.87 inch. Handle width, 1.38 inch. Weight, 17.4 ounce. And with the sheath, it's 22 ounce. And it features full tang, couple lanyard holes, Kydex sheath, and tech lock. Real quick close-up. I've got this log right here. It's small, but we're going to be testing it out for this size knife. Nice and stout. I do have a Legion Premier. Go check that out. I don't want to spend a lot of time on here, but there you go, man. It is a, I don't know, medium, mid saber, high saber grind, Sleipner steel, harpoon shaped, 7 millimeters thick. I mean, look at that full tang goodness. Lots of jimping, however, it's slippery. Small sharpening choil guard, plenty of lanyard holes, well, 2 of them that you could slip lanyards through. Micarta scales on this one, man. Even though these look like funny screws, they are not. They have the T set up in the center. Hopefully they won't come loose, but we're going to find out. It does have a little bit of a protruding tang right here with a lanyard hole. And it's a nice blade, feels good in the hand. At least in my hand, it fits very well no matter how I'm holding it. So once we get to do a little bit of chopping and some work, we'll see if there's going to be some hot spots. Let's take a look at the sheath. It is a taco style. It's got this pinched area over here for your thumb to push off with the knife. All right. Rivet holes. It's got the tech lock for upright and scout carry. Let me just pop this knife in. This one has slight up and down play right here in the front. However, hopefully if you do decide to buy yours, it should be okay. If not, a heat gun or a blow dryer should take care of this. I'm done talking shit. Let's get to work. Okay, I'm running real low. So I'm just going to take, I think this is a decent sized piece of wood. Shouldn't take that long to chop through, okay, for testing. I know a lot of you guys want less chopping, so you got it. I'm going to chop through this, and then I'll do the vertical, horizontal batoning with this knife. Because this is a small piece, I'm just going to have on these gloves over here, these cut-resistant gloves, so I don't hurt myself. Let's get to it, man. Let's do this. Definitely biting in real nice. Handle feels comfortable. The lanyard is protecting the situation over here. Nice and stout, this blade, man. I know, look, it's a medium-sized blade, but it's stout. You know what I mean? It's got some width to it. Still doing pretty good. You know, you're going on a day hike, you need something a little bit more substantial, but you don't have to go, you know, too far. I think this knife will be perfect for anybody looking for something like this. Again, try to use every part of the blade. Just a small demonstration. Hopefully I'll get through this quick for everybody. Definitely digging into this piece. I think this is that Florida oak. Let's see if I can get this area over here. Now I'm purposely taking my time because I don't want to even hit this. My fingers are all screwed up enough as it is for making stupid mistakes, you know? Now the purpose of this test is to show that the edge is capable of maintaining its shape, no chips, no bends, etc. It's a nice hard piece of wood and doing the job. As you can see, it's still making slices over here. Look how nice and smooth that slice is. All right. That was quick work, okay? Let's continue. Glad I got that chopping out of the way because it is starting to get hot. I'm just gonna make some quarters, some kindling for starting a small fire. So let me grab my baton here. Easy. I know it's a small piece. Again, I don't got much left, so let me try the back of the blade over here. That was easy. Mid of the blade. Beautiful. Forward part of the blade. Okay, making nice small pieces. You know, a little bit bigger knife than usual, but again, if you need something a little bit more sturdier out in the field, again, maybe you're doing a day hike, you don't want to take a small knife, but you're going to a campsite, might take you a couple hours to get there. You know, you don't want to take something flimsy. I think with this knife, you don't even need an axe to take with you. I think this will do the job. Well, let me just take care of this right here. Came out too small. Just showing everybody you can make some nice small pieces, controlled batoning right here. Look at that. Okay, and this is good enough, man. I think this is a great example right here. All right, let's do a little horizontal. Little different species over here, and we're going to utilize the whole blade. I probably could have used this piece to test out the tip, but that's okay. I'm going to use the whole blade. Okay, Definitely something that you might find out in the woods, a piece out in the woods, you know, and you could do something similar. But I do this to test out the edge. All right. There's my quarters. Once again, let's do it again. Beautiful. That just cut it right in half with ease. So once again, I've got quarters over here. Let me see if I could make this a little bit smaller. In fact, why not? Let's use that tip. There we go. Nice. Well, that just went on the floor. Hold on a second. Let me just pick that up real quick. And you saw how deep that tip just went in. Let me do it again one more time. Whoops. There we go. Nice, all right. I've got my kindling or feather sticks or what have you, all right? Nice, and the tip, just fine. All right, these are the two species of wood that I was using for kindling or feather sticks or whatever. So real quick, a little bit different way of making curls, okay? You know, you could just make individual curls. You don't have to make feather sticks. You can make a big pile of this stuff. So an example, testing out the edge after that bit of abuse. You know, you just make a big pile of this stuff. You don't have to, you know, you don't have to make feather sticks. See how nice those curls are coming? Beautiful. Okay, so that's the one species right here. And here's the other one. Yeah, okay. Just move this out of the way. I don't have to be perfect. You know, I'm just testing out the edge here. You see all those curls that are being made. Yeah, if you just want to dig in and get some real big pieces, you just got to press a little bit harder on the edge. Right, so now you got your big pile right here, and you put your sticks on TP style, or however the hell you want to do it, right? You got your big pile, and then you ferro rod lighter, whatever, man. I think this this knife is so friggin' capable. It's not funny, man. I'm digging it, man. So, all right, you know what? Let me make a feather stick for everybody with this knife. Now, there is no finger choil on here. I know some of you might like that. Damn it. There you go. Nice thin curls on one species right here. You could even put your finger above that guard just a bit if you feel the need to choke up a little bit. Again, I think feather sticks are bullshit now. You could just do this right here. You know, but again, I just want to show you the capabilities, how sharp this knife is after that that a bit of abuse. And let me just try this other species real quick for everybody. Let's take off that bark. It's coming off real easy. Okay, using the flat of the wood and little by little taking off layers of bark. And then they're small pieces, man. That's all I got right now. Beautiful. All right, just small example, small demonstration how capable this knife is. Now, I know I did a little bit of tip testing. This tip is so robust and stout, I doubt anything is going to happen. However, I want to show everybody, I want to test with everybody. You guys are part of this. For those interested, all right. Probably should put on gloves. When I'm using the tip to do the pivoting. Whoops. Okay, you can see. Let me just flip it over. It's a little bit flatter, maybe a little bit safer. I think this knife is very, very capable. It's another one of my favorites from Sitivien, man. I like how stout it is. Man, imagine if this was a little bit bigger, man, you know? You can make some different sizes with this. Make a short one, the mid-size one, and then a nice big long one. I mean, I see a lot of potential, a lot of capabilities. Just Sitivien's gotta listen up, man. I think they have a lot of blades, a lot of big blades and small blades that are winners. But man, if you can expand the line by making them smaller or larger, like a plus size, I think you will have a lot of, a lot more takers here. All right, so a couple of holes. And then you could, I don't know, you make your notches or whatever. In fact, I'll make a notch for everybody real quick. But yeah, man, so far so good. Let's move on to camp tasks. Okay, tent stake. Let's do a little bit of the cross batoning over here. Ah, I knew that was going to happen. Damn it. Okay, 1 second, troops. Okay. Okay, good. That time didn't fall. I'll save this piece for another time. Sorry about all the noise. There's people working here today. They're going to be building across the street now. Get rid of this bark. All right, so I'm just gonna make a quick notch, man. There's no reason for me to, make the tent stake. You guys have seen. Now this is a little wide to be using your thumb. You may wanna use, the forward part of the blade. Not really a bushcraft knife, right? So, but capable of doing what needs to be done. Yeah, okay, so the jimping here is definitely causing a little bit of hot spot when you're pressing down. Let everybody know. I don't think it's a deal breaker. I wonder how many of you actually take some form of gloves with you. You go on a hike, I don't know. It's added weight, but I used to take gloves with me all the time. But then again, I never went something very, very long distance. My spots were either, I don't know, 30 minutes and less to get to, but that's because of my health. So, but I always took a pair of gloves with me. Again, I don't think it's a bushcraft knife. I think you can use it when you need it. All right, so just an example, and then you could make the point, and I would probably, baton this and make the little nice chamfered area to baton in. But this is what I wanted to show everybody. This right here. Okay, good. There you go, man. Let's move on. All right, just a few camp tasks. I even have some cardboard here, slice the knife. So let's start off with material, and I'll do the plastics and the cardboard. So some small paracord, thinner paracord. Okay, real easy. There's nothing to this. The knife is still pretty sharp. Okay, we're good to go here. A little bit thicker paracord. This is 1100 weight. Or I don't know what it's called actually, so don't really care. All right, that's done. I have a little piece of leather. Now I'm going to be careful how I cut this because I want to use this as a lanyard. So just a little piece of leather here. All right, real easy. See if I could see if this is capable. Going one more time. No, I'm going to save these. These are nice lanyards for 2 future knives. So I'll put that on the side. I have some of this seatbelt material. I mean, they're using it here at the construction site. I doubt you would find anything like this big at the construction site. But hey, listen, you might have it in your truck. You never know. So, really, really easy, real sharp still after that bit of work. So, okay. Now I found this walking, nice thicker synthetic rope. Let's see. That was easy, man. Let's double up. Okay, nice. A little bit heavy duty or plastics. Again, this is all material that I find at the construction site that's either on the floor or they're thrown away. So I just grab it for testing purposes. All right, real easy with that. Actually, this is good. This is some really thick stuff over here. These are twist ties. You know what they tie these thick twist ties with? The tubing that goes underneath the grass, right? So, oops. There we go. Okay. And then just for the hell of it, little chopperoni. Just chop that up. Good to go. And we have this right here. Okay, that's a good challenge because this is thick stuff. It'll give any knife a challenge, man. All right. There we go. All right. Not easy, but it did it. Cardboard. I don't know. You guys like to see this kind of stuff. Don't understand it, but whatever. As long as it's not, I'm not cutting up paper. I don't care. You may not find this out in the woods. I have actually. So feasible if you want to cut. Fine by me. Okay, now. Spine testing. It's rounded off. I don't think we're going to get much. Second. All right, let's see if I can do it now. Yeah, it's a little bit rough area. Let me try this area over here. All right, looks like with the jimping, at least with this particular piece of wood I grabbed, it's not pretty, but it's doing it. All right. And that is the jimping area. Again, it's not anything fantastic, but if you want to supplement, you know, little curls or whatever, at least with this piece of wood, it is doing it. And it seems to be doing much better in the jimping than in the rounded off area over here. So again, just a little demonstration here. All right, get that fluff off. There you go. Okay, combined with some wood that was here. Let me get that out of the way for you. You know, you find yourself a nice dry piece, you do a little bit of this. I don't know, for whatever reason, man, you might be having a hard time starting up your fire. You need a little thin wood fluff. There you go. Okay, it's right there. So that's with wood, that particular species. Now let's try with the fat wood. Sure I didn't cut myself just now. Okay, the jimping is doing the job. Not very efficient. You know what? Let's see if I got the whole thing. A little bit longer piece. Okay, not very efficient. It's doing it. However, I'm like a little worried that how I'm digging in, it might hit my thumb, the blade. So you just got to be careful. But that's a nice little pile right there. That'll light up right there, you know. This will light up right here if the wood's dry enough. So these are both good signs. Okay. Save that for the end of the video. And last but not least, and again, if you can't make fluff with your knife, you know what I mean? You make feathers. You know, you'll make the nice thin little shavings here. You know, again, this is just demonstration of some ideas that the way I use my knife as the tool when I need it. Okay, and you can see I'm making really nice thin pieces here, right? You could do this too. These are nice and thin, and hopefully they'll catch on quick. And again, the same thing you could do with the wood, man. You don't have to do this. It's just a demonstration of the possibilities of this knife. Okay, so now let me just clean up the resin over here that's on the knife, and let me see if it'll, oh yeah. So that jimping will spark it. Oh, it looks like the spine is doing a little bit too. Not as much as the jimping though. I think the jimping you will be more, whoops. I think the jimping you will be more successful in getting a lot more sparks. But as always, you know, if you have the courage and you want to, you know, use a belt sander, knife sharpener of some sort to sharpen up these edges, give you a 90-degree spine, man. It's your knife, you paid for it, you do what you got to do. But I think this is adequate, you know? All right, troops. I think we're good to go, man. This is the Sitivien ST30, man. This is a badass blade right here. One badass outdoor knife for sure. It did some work, man. I'll tell you, because I don't have too much wood, I couldn't do a lot, but I think the demonstration speaks for itself. It did very well, and I would depend my life with this knife for sure. Another one of Sitivien's, decent knives available for everybody to use if you like something short and stout like this. I kind of like it. Very nice knife. You saw the work that it can do, and the edge held up pretty good. And I love it. I love this knife, man. Sitivien, if you're listening, make a bigger version of this, man. I don't know, a 9-incher, man, of this would be perfect. Troops, Legionnaires, and Recruits, as always, just want to say thank you very much for taking the time to check out my channel and my videos. I hope you enjoyed this. Let me know what you think about this knife. Let me bring awareness, everybody. Hashtag 22 a day, hashtag 22 a day no more. There are veterans and active military. Once they get out of the service, they do face a lot of challenges. Unfortunately, one of these challenges is suicide. So at the end of this video, pause on the slides. There'll be phone numbers you can call, websites that you can surf. Heartfelt message from one of your own, Martin Miller, 66 to 69, Vietnam veteran, been there, done that. Please seek the help you all have earned and deserve. Troops, Legionnaires, and Recruits, it's hot. I'm going to go inside, cool off, get something to drink, shower up. At the ready, troops, hold the line. Take care.
Legionnaires!